Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve problem max number of k sum pair. So in this video I will first explain the intuition behind this problem. After that I will write a algorithm that run in linear time. After that I will write a Java code and we will analyze its time complexity and space complexity. So let's start by understanding the problem. So the problem saying we are given integer array nums and integer k. And what we have to do, we have to find two element whose is equal to k, and we have to remove them, and we have to find number of such pair which we have to return. So let's understand the problem here carefully. So the problem saying we are given a nums array and a integer k. What we have to do, we have to find a pair two element sum is equal to k, and after that we have to remove that number from the array so that we cannot use them again, and we have to find the number of operation we can perform on this array. Basically we have to find the number of such pair whose sum is equal to k. Okay, so how can we solve this problem? What the thought we can have? So, to understand this problem, let's analyze this example as well. What this example is saying, here we are given this element and we have to find number of pairs whose sum is equal to 6. So what happened in this case here, uh, if I take this element and this element, its sum is equal to 6. So now after using this element, I will remove them. So after removing my element nums have this element 1, 4, 3 only, and again we have to find the pair whose sum is equal to k. But in 1, 4, 3 there is no any pair whose sum is equal to k. So in that case, my operation is 1. If I take this example here, if I take this element and this element, its sum is equal to k. Okay, so after using, I have to remove this element. So we will remove, and what array we will left with? There are only two elements, 2 and 3. Its sum is also k. So in that case, I can remove them too. And how many operation I have performed here? I performed two operation. There are two such pair. So I have to return two. So can we solve this problem? So the one thing we have understand that we have to remove element, but this is not. We are not going to actually remove the element. If we are going to remove element, it becomes very complicated because we are given a array, and to remove element from array is quite difficult because we have to place each element at this index. We have to basically move indexes. So in nums array, we don't have any remove method, so it become complicated. So here we will not remove element. Actually, what we can do, we can just mark this element invalid. After using this element, we can do something so that we cannot use those element again. For that, what I can do, so the very simple thought I am getting is I can maintain a frequency list where I can count how many ones I have, how many two I have, so that after using one element, after using two one time, I will decrease its frequency, which indicating that I have used those elements. Let's Okay, let me write here what I'm saying I will maintain a frequency array here, and what I will do, uh, let me write here what I can do here. 1 is one time, 2 is one time, and 3 is also one time, and my 4 is also one time. What I am saying, after using this element, for example, in first operation I use this element 1 and 4, its sum is 5. So in that case, what I can do, I will remove this element. And how can I do this? Instead of removing this element actually from the array, I just mark them removed, invalid, so that next time no one can use them. For that, I can simply reduce its frequency. Its frequency becomes 0. After using one time, it's become 0. So next time, if someone come, like if there is something, there is another 4 in this array. If let me write here what I'm saying if there is another 4 in this array, it's to make 5. What element it will need 1. So if it go to 1, it say I am invalid because I have already used by another 4. So in that case, I cannot use 1 again. So how can I do this? I can simply ask its frequency array. If its frequency is 0, I can't use. If its frequency is still more than 1, in that case I can use that one. To understand this, let's this example here, what I'm saying, I again maintain a frequency array. Let's call frequency here. How many times 3 appear? 3 appear 3 times, 1 appear 1 time, and 4 appear again 1 time. In that case, after using this after taking this element 3 and 3 whose sum is equal to 6, I will remove them. And how can I remove them? By subtracting its frequency. So after using 1 3, I will simply return, I simply reduce its frequency by 1, so I can write 2. After using another 3, I remove, because I can use another 3 because its frequency is still greater than 0. That means I have still 3 in my array. This frequency array is indicating that. So in that case, I again use 1 3 and reduce its frequency by 1. The next time when this 3 comes, I it require another 3. For example, I have one element 3, make 6. What other element I would need? I need a 3. So in that case, after taking 1 3, I will reduce its frequency by 1, which make it 0. Now when I just look for another 3 to make 6. In that case, if I check 3 here, I would find, I will find 0. That saying there is no 3 left. So in that case, I can't um, uh, find another 3 to make 6. So this is how we can count operation. Now I will move to this element. For 1, what I need 4. Since I use one time, so I reduce its frequency. I need 4. I take this element whose sum is equal to okay, there is no its sum is not equal to 6. So basically there is only one operation. I have understood what I need. I need some, it's how can I use the, okay, here what's the intuition? The intuition is I have to maintain instead of removing element actually from the array, I can just use something like this, a frequency array like thing, and after using that element, I just reduce its frequency by 1, so that I know whether the next time when I look for that element, whether it's available in array or not. This is the whole intuition, nothing else. So what I can do, I can simply maintain a map where I can write something like this. So for 3, its frequency is 3. For 1, its frequency is 1. And for 4, its frequency is 1. Like this, after using every element, I simply reduce its frequency by 1. If it's still greater than 0, I know in that case that element is available. So this is idea. How can I write our algorithm around this idea? So simply what I can do, I start with this element 1, and I need to, what the problem requirement is, I need a pair whose sum is equal to k. If I take this one, what another element I would need to make 5? So in that case, if I take element 1, so what other element I would need? In that case, my E2 will be is k minus e, because if I have 1 to make k, what I need k minus 1. For example, if I have 1 to make 5, what would I need? 5 minus 1, which is equal to 4. So this will be my E2. This will be my E2. I look for 4. How can I look? I simply check in map. If it is available in map, I can say, yeah, it is available. I can use it and increase the operation count by 1. If it is not there, so what I can do, I can simply add this element in a map like this. 1 is one time. Next time when I am at 4, what other element I would need? If my E is 4, so what other element I would need? I need one element here. If my E is 4, in that case my E2 will be 1. And when I look in my map, there is 1. How many time? One time. So I can use it, and in that case I can uh, increase, I can increment my operation count by 1. So this is whole idea. Let's come here and code this so that we understand what I am trying to do. Simply I need to maintain a map array. So simply I need to maintain a map. Map is a kind of integer and integer. So write like this. Let's call it map only, and create like this. Map is equal to new hash map. Okay. What else I need? I need a operation count, so that I can count how many times I found such pair whose sum is equal to k. For that, I will use a count element. Count will start from 0. Okay. What I can do? I will simply iterate over this array. I will run a for each loop. Here, I can write something like this. I will take each element from nums, and what I can do, for first element is my E. What would be the other element? Other element is called remainder. Let's call it remaining element. Remaining element is nothing but k minus E. And what I can do, I can simply look in map whether it is available or not. So for that, I can simply come here and check whether map dot contains key whether a map contains this element value or not. For simply I can check like this. If it is available there, so I can also check whether it's applicable or not, whether it's available or not. How can I check? I can simply check its frequency. For that, what I can do, I can check like this, and I will check end operation. I will map dot get it will bring its frequency. So I simply check its frequency. If its frequency is greater than 0, that's saying this value is available, not used by anyone else. So I can use. In that case, what I can do, I can simply increase my count array count by 1, because I have found one such operation. One is A and other is remaining, and both are available in my array. So I simply increase my count by 1. What I can do, after using that element, I will reduce its frequency by 1. So how can I do this? I can simply go map get, simply I can write get, I can write something like this, map dot put for remainder. What I can do, simply get map dot get or default. Okay, and what I can do, simply get the array if there is no, take 0 and reduce its frequency by 1. I reduce its frequency, and if there is no such element in my map, in that case I can simply add, so that next time, for in this example, if for 1, if there is no 4 in this map, because we are adding for the first time, there is no value 4 in the map. So in that case I can simply add 1 in map. When I reach 4, in that case I would need 1, but and in that case I will find 1 in my map. So first time, if that is not available in map, I can simply add my E in map. So I can simply put E, and I can add its frequency by 1. So how can I do this? Map dot get or default, if there is no value, take its default value, map or get default E, and increase its frequency by 1. Simply I am adding its frequency, how many times it's appear. Okay, and here what I can do, instead of writing this, because I know there is a element, so simple there I know REM is present in map, so its frequency must be something. So in that case I can simply get that frequency REM and decrease its frequency by 1. So this is the whole idea. And when I iterate over this array, uh, at last I can simply return the number of count. So simply just return it. So here I can return like this. This is the whole algorithm. Okay, I have to write this in else block. So